What's going on, lasagnas? It's DylanLasagna here, and welcome to my 2016 Money in the Bank reactions. And wow, what a pay-per-view! That was a great, I can't really say amazing pay-per-view or an outstanding pay-per-view because of, well, and the beginning of the card was, well, pretty shitty except for the tag team match, but the rest of the card was absolutely phenomenal. And then, yeah, it was overall a great pay-per-view, in my point, to make up for what was a sad ending to Game 7 of the NBA Finals. But anyway, yeah, I went home to, after I watched the NBA Finals, I went home to watch the replay of Money in the Bank, and yeah, I was left satisfied with a great pay-per-view. So, with that being said, let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is, yes, Dean Ambrose is your new WWE Champion. How did it all come out? Well, let's go back a little bit to earlier in the night. The Money in the Bank ladder match. We had, yes, Dean Ambrose. We had Cesaro, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Alberto Del Rio in the Money in the Bank ladder match, which was amazing. Probably one of the best Money in the Bank ladder matches since the 2014 one, which had Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins in it. That was probably one of the best ones since the one 2 years ago. And man, that was so almost spot worthy. I thought someone was going through a ladder, but this was the first time in a while that no one has gone through a ladder. Like, the ladder hasn't broken in half or something. But that was a pretty fun match, and everyone did their part and to make themselves look good and make the match look good, and the crowd was into it as well. And that bridge near the end was so amazing. And what I found funny at the beginning of the match, Kevin Owens was gonna do a cannonball onto Sami Zayn when he had him trapped near the apron, but then as he ran up, he's just like, oh, I'm gonna just stop, and he super kicked him. He ran, and then he just like, fuck you guys. Super kick! And that was just hilarious. Kevin Owens is like the perfect heel. Like, I'm gonna do this move for you guys. Fuck you. No, I'm not. Super kick. That's hilarious. Anyway, so we reached to the end of the match where Dean Ambrose pushes Cesaro and Del Rio off. Cesaro gets hit on the nards by the ring rope. He lands hard on the ring ropes in the nards, and then Alberto Del Rio lands hard on the ring ropes on the legs, and so rumors are surfacing and reports are surfacing that he's possibly injured, and the fact that he got helped out after the match, and then it's down to Dean Ambrose, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn, and then Sami Zayn's about to reach the briefcase, and then Kevin Owens is there to stop him, and he gives him the Pop-Tart powerbomb onto the ladder, and then Kevin Owens pushes him off the ladder, and it's mine, Sammy, get your ass out of here, Sammy, it's mine, and then Kevin Owens is about to get that briefcase for him, and then Dean Ambrose, like the lunatic that he is, he climbs up the ladder, like the crazy cat that he is. He starts fighting Kevin Owens. But the weird thing I found weird was the way he knocked out Kevin Owens, he pulled his shirt on the other end of the ladder, and he knocked him, like, he pulled him 3 times, and then, which knocked Kevin Owens out, which was kind of weird. I thought he was going to do like something cool, like a dirty deeds off the ladder or something, but no, that's basically how it ended. But anyway, it was pretty cool, and then Kevin Owens went crashing down the other bridge of the ladder, and then Dean Ambrose finally sees it's all clear. He grabs the briefcase, unhooks it, and he is your Mr. Money in the Bank. And this now segs me in to the WWE Championship match between Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. And, well, I can't really blame them for not them being hot like the crowd. It's because like they were probably like cooled down because of the awesome match between John Cena and AJ Styles, and then the Money in the Bank ladder match. So they were probably like tired at that point, but that was a pretty good match. I mean, it could have been better. It's like the first half of the match was pretty slow, and then it was just basically Roman Reigns beating up Seth Rollins. And did I sense a double turn there? No, I don't think we did. It's just Roman Reigns being the heel and Seth Rollins being the babyface, or for one night only. But yeah, Roman Reigns was displaying some pretty dirty tactics. Like, he was getting very desperate to retain that championship. He was toying around with Seth Rollins. It's just like, you want to quit now, bitch? You want to quit now? Get your ass out of here. Come on, get up. I'm going to finish you off. And then Seth Rollins is like the resilient, gutsy guy that never gives up that night. And yeah, that was, the second half of the match, it finally got everyone off their seat. Because there were so many false finishes, especially when Roman Reigns almost speared Seth Rollins, but he just missed by an inch. And then Seth Rollins hit that mid-air pedigree when he countered the spear. And then Roman Reigns hit that cool razor's edge into the powerbomb, which I keep forgetting the move, like the actual move for. The name of it. But anyway, Seth Rollins hits that pedigree. But then Roman Reigns kicks out of that mid-air pedigree. And wow. That was just epic. And then Roman Reigns is about to get pedigreed again by Seth Rollins. And that does for the count. 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins is your new WWE champion. But not for long though, cause here comes Dean Ambrose from behind with the Money in the Bank briefcase that he just won almost a little bit, a little under an hour ago. And then he's pissed. He's pissed. He's looking down at Seth Rollins, hella pissed. And he goes to the referee, Mike Chioda. He wants to cash in that briefcase as promised and into the intro of Money in the Bank. As promised on Raw, he's gonna cash in that briefcase on the same night that he would win the Money in the Bank contract. And he does so. Hits dirty deeds as soon as Seth Rollins gets up. 1, 2, 3. Dean Ambrose is your new WWE champion. And I honestly, did I hear like boos and mixed in with the cheers as Dean Ambrose was cashing in? I might have to watch that again. It's like there were a little bit of people booing Dean Ambrose, and then like 75% of the crowd cheering Dean Ambrose. Like, wow, it's like surprising. But anyway, yeah, that was a great ending to Money in the Bank. An absolute like curveball, but yet somewhat kind of predictable because like it was in the intro, and then it was foreshadowed on Monday Night Raw. But anyway, it was a great ending nonetheless, and I can't wait to see what happens on Monday Night Raw. Now we can't forget to talk about the dream match between John Cena and AJ Styles, and what was a pretty great match. And I think they could have done a little bit better, but hey, you gotta be happy with what they have. And AJ Styles was just too quick for John Cena. John Cena tried to hit AJ Styles with all his moves, but AJ Styles was there to reverse them all. John Cena tried doing his signature 5 moves of doom, but AJ Styles was there to reverse it. John Cena tried to hit the AA. He couldn't get it done. AJ Styles came from every corner of John Cena's alley and hit him with everything that he had. And then when John Cena hit the attitude adjustment, but the referee was down because he accidentally knocked him out. The Bullet Club entered the ring and hit the Magic Killer in what kind of ruined a great match. And then AJ Styles gets the win over John Cena in their first encounter of possibly 3. So AJ Styles leads the rivalry 1-0 in what was an absolutely great match. And I'm tired of people like complaining and bitching like, the club interfered. They ruined such a great match. Boo the club. It's like, okay guys, heels cheat to win, okay? AJ Styles is a heel, so he used the club to cheat his way to victory. And he did say that was his insurance policy to not get buried by John Cena. But anyway, yeah, I kind of agree with you guys that did kind of ruin the match, but anyway, that's kind of what heels do. That they cheat to win. That's why they're called a heel. They're a dirty guy. They're the ones that get booed. But an overall satisfying match. But I know that they'll do much better during the summer as they have more matches at the pay-per-views. There are also some more matches on the Money in the Bank card. In the dead spot, we had Rusev versus Titus ONeil in the United States Championship match. And I don't know why that ended up in the dead spot, because that was actually a pretty good match. It's kind of sad that it ended up between the Money in the Bank match and the WWE title match. It's kind of sad, really. But in what was an otherwise pretty good match, Rusev got the win with the accolade. And he's still your United States champion. And he pretty much roasted Titus ONeil's kids. And what was pretty cool was that double clothesline to each other when they started the match. That was pretty cool. And then what I didn't get was Titus ONeil tapping out to the accolade. I don't understand why he didn't pass out so that he would get a rematch or something. And so, yeah, I think that's probably it for the feud, because Titus ONeil tapped out, and I don't know, maybe that kind of loses credibility for Titus ONeil. So, yeah. So, Rusev is still United States champion. Rusev looked really dominant at Money in the Bank, and let's see who will get crushed by Rusev next. We also had Shitmas, because he's shitty, versus Apollo Crews in a match that showcased Apollo Crews' athleticism, yet still doesn't have a character. But Apollo Crews got a really impressive win over Sheamus, but with the roll-up, I guess. And people need to stop, the announcers need to stop saying that was the biggest win of Apollo Crews' career. He beat Sheamus. And no. That is not the biggest win of your career, okay? Beating an up-and-comer beating someone like Sheamus does not make it the biggest win of your career, okay? Beating someone like John Cena, like Kevin Owens did on his first night, is the biggest win of your career, alright? Apollo Crews beating Sheamus is just like, oh, you just beat him on like Raw or Superstars or something. Let's move on. But, yeah, I feel like this feud is going to last for at least one more pay-per-view. And I probably don't see it lasting until after Battleground. But anyway, Apollo Crews gets a win, like a roll-up win. And I hopefully he gets a cleaner one at Battleground, if they have a match there. There's also Dolph Ziggler versus Baron Corbin for the 1 trillionth time in, 2 months? And Baron Corbin dominated. Not really dominated, but I guess these two actually did pretty much better than their last 10 million encounters. It's just that too bad nobody was really into it because they faced off so many times on Raw and SmackDown and the kickoff shows from the previous pay-per-views. But anyway, Baron Corbin gets the win with the End of Days, and hopefully we finally see the end of Baron Corbin feuding with Dolph Ziggler. We also saw Charlotte and Dana Brooke win against Becky Lynch and Natalya. I almost forgot who they were facing. Anyway, yeah, that was, Yeah, that was just an match. Because they were given so little time to work with. Just like in the old days of the Divas. Where they were given so little time and no characters and blah blah blah. Anyway, Charlotte got the win with natural selection on Natalya. But after the match though, Natalya decided to take out her frustrations on Becky Lynch and pounded the pudding out of her for no apparent reason. I don't know why she didn't lock the sharpshooter on Becky Lynch. She just punched her and just left and cried and all that bullshit. But I don't know. I have to wait and see what happens on Raw, and if this is gonna be like some kind of like trash feud, then I really don't care. But this is gonna be an interesting feud, like a secondary feud. Interesting secondary feud, then yeah, I'd be like invested in it. But yeah, they just need to WWE just needs to put their time and effort into this new storyline between Natalya and Becky. Also, on the opener of the main Money in the Bank card, we had Enzo and Cass, how you doing? We had the New Day, how you doing? We had the Bullet Club of Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, how you doing? And the Vaudevillains, how you doing? Man, that was an entertaining match, to say the least. Everyone had their highlights and everyone got their time to shine. And it was kind of sad, really, because like Enzo and Cass, after they did the rocket launcher, they had Carl Anderson. Was it Carl Anderson or Kofi Kingston or Simon Gotch? They had one of those three pinned, and then the referee freaking botched the pin, and then they were supposed to be the new tag team champions. Like, I replayed that thing like so many times. Like, you could clearly see that was a clean 3 count. They were supposed to be the tag team champions. And then Luke Gallows pulled Enzo out of the ring. And then Luke Gallows got big booted by Big Cass. And that was just bullshit. Like, what the fuck? Like, it was clean. Like, if you play it in slow-mo, it's like, the referee, like, stopped right there. Ooh, ooh. And the crowd was, like, dead into it. It's like, 1. And then the ref was like this. Ugh. And 2. Okay, start counting at 1. 3. And then the ref start counting at 2. And they still count at, like, what the fuck? That was so stupid. Anyway, the Bullet Club go for, like, Magic Killer on Kofi Kingston. And then they're about to win it, but here comes the Vaudevillains, I believe. Because, I don't know, because there are so many tag teams in that match. Like, so it was so hard to keep track of, like, who keeps breaking up the pins. Anyway, one of those 3 broke up the Magic Killer, like, pin attempt. And then, it was Big E, yeah. Big E lifted up Carl Anderson. And then Big Cass decided to big boot Luke Gallows out of the ring and basically himself. And then Kofi Kingston and Big E went for that midnight hour finisher and pinned Simon Gotch or Aiden English. 1, 2, 3. New Day are still your WWE World Tag Team Champions. But yeah, they're still your tag team champions, and they're getting closer to that 1 year mark, and closer to being the longest reigning WWE tag team champions in history. But there are still going to be a lot of competition coming up, and this feud four-way feud doesn't seem to be over yet. And then there were 2 matches on the pre-show. There were the Lucha Dragons versus the Dudley Boyz, which was okay, pretty normal for Monday Night Raw, like filler match. And the Lucha Dragons got the win. And the Golden Truth versus Fabrice Dango. Tyler Fandango. And this feud, that match was so bizarre. Because Tyler Breeze and Fandango had like pretty much fake sunburn. Because you can clearly see like on the back it's not sunburned. Probably it's real because like when you're in a tanning bed and like it's not supposed to be sunburned or something. I don't know how tanning beds work. But anyway, it looked like fake to me. And then the Golden Trooper just like slapping them. That was just basically their offense all night. Slapping them in the chest, slapping them on the back. And then the other team was just like going like, ah, that hurts so much. Like a pussy. And yeah, that was just basically it. Golden Troop finally got their first window as a tag team, and hopefully they're done with Breeze Dango, and we don't have to see Breeze Dango ever again. And hopefully the Golden Truth can find themselves like competing against other teams, like hopefully rising up to the tag team ranks and eventually meeting the tag champs. Maybe. Just maybe. Overall, Money in the Bank was a great pay-per-view. The beginning kind of sucked. The mid-card matches kind of sucked. But the rest of the card was absolutely amazing. Cena versus Styles was great. But it will be better as they have more matches. The Money in the Bank ladder match was one of the best in its history. Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns was good at best. But the storytelling delivered in that match. But anyway, guys, what did you guys think of Money in the Bank 2016? Leave them in the comments below. And don't forget to drop a like on this video if you enjoyed my Money in the Bank reactions. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Like my video. Leave a comment down below with your Money in the Bank 2016 reactions and opinions. Follow me on all my social media accounts. Facebook, Instagram, Google+. They're in the description below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Always be delicious.